It's Shay Janice. Hey y'all, it's Shay Janice here back with another video, a lazy review on Married at First Sight, episode 10. Yeah, I have misplaced my tripod. I know where it is, but it's not with me, so you all will get a handheld review today with me in my robe, okay? So don't mind me. So let's get on to the review on episode 10. I'm going to start with Claire and Cameron. Cameron said he didn't communicate that his father was ill clearly. His dad has been sick for years and he has finally come to terms with what's going on, which I can understand that. He has already gone through the motions, but still, why didn't you tell your new wife this? And why didn't she ask, since she is a therapist? She should have dug a little deeper, but then again, maybe she didn't want to feel like she's at work when it comes to her husband. He should have been able to communicate that with her. And it sounds like his father has dementia from what he's saying about how informing his dad could trigger him. And I also learned a new word during this episode, mastication. Maybe you all knew this word, but I didn't. But it means chewing. Okay? Mastication. I also don't like to hear people chew, but that's just me. Now, Cameron thinks that Claire doesn't want him she's annoyed with his word. I mean, because why didn't you just say chewing? But I mean, it's Cameron. He's a little different. So if Claire wants to be with him, she's going to have to learn to just ignore some of the things that he says. And he was talking about their romance. But what is he doing to be romantic? That is the question. What have they tried? He hasn't been lighting the fire, so what does he expect? Or she hasn't been lighting the fire. I don't know. They are boring on camera, honestly. We haven't seen anything. Have they gone on any dates outside of the honeymoon? Like, what's going on? I don't know what to say for them, really. I don't think they're going to make it, obviously. But I feel like, okay, call me old school if you will. I don't care. But if he wants, to improve his relationship and take it to the next level, I think he should put in a little bit more effort than what he's doing. And he could be doing that, but we're not seeing it. And if that's the case, lifetime, why are we not seeing it? Cameron tells the group that he and Claire have differences when it pertains to raising children and their religion. Also, there's no romance, but they have chemistry. They both say they see why the experts matched them, but I think the experts just be picking people because this is the second couple that you all have matched on this particular season that have differences in religion. Like, not the type of religion per se, but some don't have a religion, some do. You should not be putting someone that is, Christian with someone who is agnostic. Like, make it make sense. It is just not making sense. Maybe they should have put pink hair with Cameron. They probably would have aligned better with that. And put Claire with Austin. But who am I? I'm not an expert, apparently, so. Afterward, Cameron said he's going to look out for himself, though. He was inspired by Orion. Now, I would not let Orion inspire you at all. I wouldn't have said that, okay? Because look at him. He just make up stuff so he can get out of things, but want to still be a part of the experience. No, sir, that's not how it works. Anyways, they sit down to meet with Dr. Pia, and she peeped that they didn't have their rings on. And Cameron basically said they most likely won't make it. Mainly due to their two differences of how to raise children and romance, all that stuff. Cameron wants to figure it out because he's attached. However, I don't think Claire does. Cameron says he wants to figure it out because he's attached, but he's also in the mindset that they won't make it. I'm confused. Either you're going to make it or you're not, and I don't think you will, so I think you all should just keep it pushing. Dr. Pia asked, what have they tried? I don't think they have tried, like I said earlier. She recommends them to revise their individuality and just being in the moment and lay off conversations until the next meeting with experts about religion and raising children. You know, she wants them to kind of take away some of the deep talk, I guess. Okay, moving on to Becca and Austin. Their discussion about pegging and when they were playing the board game, it wasn't cute. Becca, she was trying to flirt, I think. Austin was not thrilled. But also, didn't she just have surgery? I don't think Austin is interested. Austin and Emily also have religion differences and no intimacy. No one will make it. That's all I really have to say. No one is going to make it off this season. I can bet you my bottom dollar. Austin has no emotional connection with Becca, nor does he want to just be jumping into bed with her. He's a slow mover, and that's something he's done with his past girlfriends, he says. So I'm not sure exactly what she's going to want from him. Also, she just had surgery. They're not going to make it because, again, experts, why would you put two people with differences of religion like that? I mean, it would be different, I think, if you were to put, you know, someone who is Baptist with someone who is Methodist. Okay, whatever. Or maybe even if you put someone who is Christian with someone who's Catholic. That would be better than putting someone with no faith with someone with faith. All right, now I'm moving on to Emily and Brennan. Why is Emily apologizing to Brennan about her friend's behavior? Her friends should do that. I mean, I understand you have to apologize for them. However, they should have been having that conversation with him since you were not. She should have been standing on business, okay? And calling him out like they did. Somebody needed to. Someone needed to. In normal circumstances, yeah, that may be inappropriate for her friends to kind of, you know, go off on him like that. However, she wasn't doing it and someone needed to. This is a show and we are all trying to be in your business. But but no, for real. I wish she would have done it besides her friends. But she just was not getting the job done when it came to him. Anyway, they went on a fitness date. Brennan admits at the couples gathering that he got grilled by Emily's friends and that they've hit some bumps. They met with Dr. Pia and they also have no intimacy. And Brennan is the primary person that's taking everything slow. He tells Dr. Pia to be mindful of her questions to him about Emily. And Dr. Pia was looking like, sir, you don't tell me what to do. I am the doctor here. I'm here to help you. Why did he sign up for this show again? Didn't he know he was going to have to speak to therapists? And I just wish he'll rip the Band-Aid off and tell Emily what the problem is. Okay, you're not attracted to her. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. But you knew you were signing up for Married at First Sight and that there was a possibility that they would not give you your preferred type. Emily is not a bad looking girl at all. Who does he think he is? Does he think he's Brad Pitt? Anyway, he keeps saying he doesn't want to hurt her feelings, but it's hurting her feelings by not just ripping the band-aid off, because you're saying what people are thinking. There's no clarity. It's only left up for assumption that you are not attracted to her. Maybe if it was, you're not attracted to her, but it's, one thing, okay, just tell her versus her thinking it's, something else that you're not attracted to. I don't know. He's not making much sense to me. And then he had to get together, okay? He had to get together by Dr. Pia. She got him together because he wanted to interrupt Emily when a question was asked to her. And he wanted to jump in. Like, is he abusive in the way of, like, emotionally abusive? Because that's what it seems like. He's emotionally abusive. I'm not saying physically abusive, but emotionally he's abusive. Brennan says he doesn't know why he isn't feeling the need to be intimate with Emily. Dr. Pia said they need to enter therapy, and Brennan doesn't think he needs to go. And we all see that he does. So after speaking with Dr. Pia, they have a little, argument. Brennan is upset that Dr. Pia told him that he needs therapy. That's the main reason. And even after all that, Emily was in a good spirit. She's like, oh, I'm in a good spirit. He is upset because someone called him out. He's probably not used to being called out, especially by a woman of color. I'm not saying that has anything to do with it. But hey, this is America. It may. Anyways, I'm going to move on to Lauren and Orion. Orion admits he wants a divorce. Lauren said he said it several times. And at the couple's gathering, Brennan asked Lauren if Lauren thought Orion gave up. She said yes, and then she went on to admit that what she said about, the whole R word, that she was wrong. She calls him out for switching up and lying because she has apologized several times and still has tried to make it work while he has not. He says in his heart he lost feelings after the comment and that there has been a step back with each other after the argument they had. He's not going to make it with anyone because you're going to get mad at one thing and they apologize and they try to work on it. You're not going to make it with anyone. You might as well be alone. You might as well be alone. He also said that there was a disconnect the whole honeymoon. Lauren says they don't communicate and still have issues. Now to the part about Lauren. Girl, stand up. Stand up. I know you all have seen that TikTok and that meme. Stand up, okay? Because why are you breaking down over this man you've only known a week? Get up off the floor and get your life together. I think that Orion calling her a failure hit a spot with her because either she feels that she is or has been called that in the past, and divorcing is a sign of failure in her eyes. So she may be embarrassed. But girl, you gotta stand up. You gotta not stand up. Stand up. Get up off the floor. Okay, let this man go. It's going to be okay. You knew him for a week. Maybe a week. The honeymoon was only, 3 days? Girl, you don't know that man and he doesn't know you. Keep it pushing. Get an annulment. Emily and Becca share a 10 plate of food while discussing their relationship. Ew. Emily breaks down and admits this is why she didn't date, because she wants someone to be all about her, and Brennan is not. And he keeps talking in circles, so she doesn't really know what to do. Brennan and Austin talk, and Brennan says a divorce isn't an option. Well, it looks like it's going to be an option if you don't get your stuff together, sir. It's going to be an option because I want Emily to leave you. Yes, your parents have been together for decades. What does that mean for you? But have your parents also been in a loving relationship? Because if you have learned from them, you would know communication is key and that you need to be upfront with your wife, which you are not doing right now. But that's all I have for episode 10. I'm not going to go in on Brennan anymore or on Ryan anymore on this particular episode. But all these couples, I'm pretty sure will not make it. If we have a couple to make it this season, I will honestly think Lifetime paid a couple to say yes on decision day just to have a win. But by the reunion, they of course will not be together. All right, you all, thank you so much for watching, and come back for another review about Married at First Sight, as well as watch my other videos about wine reviews and other things. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.